In 2026, the warehouse wars between Sam's Club and Costco have reached a fever pitch, with Sam's Club implementing AI-driven exit technology to speed up shopping. However, while the technology is modern, employees in 2025 and 2026 are sounding the alarm on several food categories where bulk does not mean better. From the high-sodium traps in the rotisserie section to the chemical-laden, rising crust pizzas, these are the 8 foods Sam's Club employees warn you to leave on the shelf. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. Here is the listicle of the 8 Sam's Club foods to never buy in 2026. 1. Members Mark rotisserie baby back ribs. Why number 1? Employees in the rotisserie department have become the primary whistleblowers for these ribs in 2026. Unlike the rotisserie chicken, which is cooked fresh daily, these ribs are often cooked off-site by a third-party supplier, frozen, and shipped to the store. Employees reveal that these racks can sit in a freezer for months before they are finally reheated and placed in the warm display case. The result is a texture that many members describe as dry, chewy, and criminally awful. Even with the included barbecue sauce, the meat rarely achieves that fall-off-the-bone quality expected from a $13 purchase. In 2026, internal feedback has been so poor that several locations have quietly discontinued the item. If you see them, know that you are likely buying a twice-cooked, previously frozen product that lacks the biological integrity of a fresh-cooked rack. 2. Members Mark rising crust pizza. Why number 2? While frozen pizza is a staple for convenience, Sam's Club's private label rising crust line is frequently flagged by employees as a low-tier filler. The primary complaint from 2026 audits is the chemical taste of the cheese and the spongy consistency of the crust. Employees note that the dough is engineered with a high volume of leavening agents and preservatives to ensure it rises regardless of oven temperature. But this often results in a bread-like texture that tastes more like a chemical experiment than an Italian dinner. Furthermore, negative reviews on internal employee forums highlight that the toppings are sparse and often lose their flavor during the long-term freezing process. For the price, employees suggest that buying a name-brand frozen pizza, like DiGiorno, or the fresh take-and-bake options is a significantly better use of your metabolic, cheap meal than this highly processed warehouse version. 3. Bulk bananas and green-to-brown produce. Why number 3? Produce associates at Sam's Club have a nickname for their banana stock, the never-ripened fruit. Employees warn that Sam's Club's supply chain often results in bananas that are picked far too green. In 2026, many members report that these bananas skip the yellow stage entirely, transitioning from rock-hard green directly to mushy brown. Employees explain that the temperature-controlled transport often shocks the fruit, preventing the natural starch-to-sugar conversion. The same warning applies to bulk bags of spinach and salad mixes. Because Sam's Club prioritizes high-volume turnover, these greens are often packed under high pressure, which bruises the leaves. Employees frequently find that the bottom half of a bulk salad bag begins to wilt or slime within 48 hours of purchase, long before the expiration date. Unless you are feeding a small army that night, the bulk savings disappear as soon as you toss half the bag. 4. Members Mark shrimp cocktail and ceviche. Why number 4? The seafood department in 2026 is under scrutiny for the quality of its imported shrimp. Employees have flagged the shrimp cocktail and ceviche from HMS as being watery and fishy. Internal reports suggest that the shrimp is often sourced from high-density industrial farms in Southeast Asia or India, where quality control can be inconsistent. Employees note that the ceviche, in particular, often sits in a brine that masks a funny smell in the pico de gallo and vegetables. The texture is often described as rubbery rather than firm and fresh. In the world of warehouse seafood, ready to eat often means heavy on preservatives, and Sam's Club employees suggest that buying frozen raw shrimp and preparing it yourself is the only way to ensure you aren't ingesting a cocktail of industrial runoff and low-grade brine. 5. Rotisserie chicken, check for bloody centers. Why number 5? This is a controversial warning, as the $4.98 rotisserie chicken is Sam's Club's most iconic loss leader. However, in 2026, employees and frustrated customers have reported a rise in undercooked, bloody chickens. Due to the high-speed demand and the pressure on rotisserie associates to keep the warmers full, some batches are being pulled before the internal temperature reaches the USDA-mandated 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Employees advise that if you buy a chicken, you must perform a thigh split test immediately. Several 2025 and 2026 reports show consumers finding raw, pink meat near the bone, which poses a significant risk for salmonella. While the price is unbeatable, the biological cost of a foodborne illness is not worth the $5 savings. Employees suggest sticking to the chickens pulled at the peak of the lunch hour when the rotation is most strictly monitored. 6. Pre-made chicken Alfredo, the salt bomb. Why number 6? Found in the deli's Heat and Eat section, the Members Mark Chicken Alfredo is a 2026 sodium trap. Employees who package these meals warn that the primary flavor profile is salt and stabilizers. A single serving can contain nearly 50% of your daily recommended sodium, leading to immediate water retention and inflammation. Beyond the sodium, employees point out that the grilled chicken strips used in the pasta are often the leftovers from the rotisserie or deli lines that didn't sell individually. They are heavily processed to maintain their texture in the thick, flour-based Alfredo sauce. If you are looking for a nutritious meal, employees describe this as the ultimate stagnation food, heavy on refined carbs and industrial fats with almost zero nutritional density. 7. Members Mark All Butter Mini Cream Cheese Croissants. Why number 7? The bakery department is a source of pride for Sam's Club, but the mini cream cheese croissants are a hidden danger for those watching their sugar and additive intake. In 2026, employees have dubbed these abysmal due to the low-quality cream cheese filling, which is often more sugar and vegetable oil than actual dairy. Internal bakery secrets reveal that while some bread is baked fresh, many of these specialty pastries arrive frozen and are simply finished in the oven. The all-butter claim is often overshadowed by a long list of emulsifiers and preservatives designed to give the pastry a long shelf life. Employees recommend skipping these processed sweets and opting for the standard, full-size croissants, which typically have a much cleaner ingredient list and a more authentic texture. 8. Bulk canned vegetables, the Walmart pricing trap. Why number 8? This warning comes from the stockers who manage both Sam's Club and Walmart inventory. Employees point out that bulk canned green beans and corn are often more expensive per ounce at Sam's Club than they are at Walmart. Because Sam's Club prices its canned goods for business convenience, they rarely compete with the aggressive loss leader pricing found in the standard grocery aisles of Walmart. In 2026, savvy shoppers are realizing they are paying a membership premium for canned goods that they could get cheaper down the street. Furthermore, the high-volume cans are lined with BPA analogs that can leach into the liquid over time. Employees suggest that if you aren't buying in massive quantities for a restaurant, you are better off buying fresh or frozen vegetables from the grocery store for better nutritional value and a lower price. The lesson of Sam's Club in 2026 is that convenience has a chemical footprint. While the AI-powered checkout makes the exit faster, the bloody rotisserie chickens and green-to-brown bananas remind us that industrial speed often compromises biological safety. To protect your health and your wallet, employees suggest focusing your membership on non-perishables, gasoline, and high-quality frozen proteins while skipping the industrial traps in the deli and produce aisles. By staying informed about these employee warnings, you can navigate the warehouse without falling for the bulk savings illusions. Your health is the sum of your daily consumption. Don't let a Members Mark label convince you that a chemical salt bomb is a smart deal.